Hi guys, welcome to the unboxing and full review of this ICARMAINT tire inflator air compressor. Yeah, based on the listing on Amazon, it says portable car air pump with digital pressure gauge, 12 volts, 140 PSI cordless tire pump with 2600 milliamps rechargeable lithium-ion battery and 12 volt car power adapter. And it is listed currently for around $60. There is a coupon every now and then. It has pretty good reviews, so I thought I'd give it a try. I was a little bit tired of inflating the tires of my mountain bike every now and then manually. It seems it's losing air all the time, a little bit, not extremely a lot, but I have to inflate the tires about every month or so, and also for the car and the thing. So the thing is, there are a lot of these around these days. I mean, we have seen similar devices since about 10 or maybe in 20 years, I don't know, at least 10 years, but it looks like there's a huge thing at the moment going on. Many new companies are coming on the market. There's some innovation. Maybe that's a good time to get a better price or better performance or better features or better reliability, or I don't know. That's usually at this point when it's worth to buy, when a lot of companies are coming into the market and creating some innovation. So let's check the box. If we find something, we can see that we get possibility of different colors, and yeah, there's not much. There's a model type here, model FC368, but that's about it. There is really not much on the box, so let's see what we get inside. Yeah, so we have it here, and it looks like we get a nice box, but it's huge, so I was expecting this to be a little bit smaller, but maybe get a nice protection. Yeah, looks like it's really well protected. It's always a good thing. So we get everything in a nice box. I mean, not a real box, I mean, it's just portable case, but it's really good. Even a handle. We get some product information. So I'm not expecting that you will find these on a web page. These are cheap Chinese things. They usually don't have a web page. So if you are interested in more information, I hope you can see that. Just make sure that you choose the highest resolution on YouTube, usually 1080p. Put it on pause. You have plenty of time to read everything here. So technical parameters, inflation, instructions. I mean, this is not rocket science, so it should be pretty easy to use, but maybe there are some situations when you need some additional information or contact information. So basically we get the central unit. You can see how large this is. I mean, it's not super small, it's not super large, but it reminds me, of course, to an electric drill. I think they took some electric drill as a base and added this pump here, which is not a bad thing, I think, yeah, because, yeah, we are used to that, and these things tend to be very well centered. There are a lot of new. Yeah, it's a little bit difficult to really secure the thing here. There are a lot of new style things. I have to find out how to secure this thing here. That's not easy behind the camera. So yeah, let it be. Yeah, anyway. So there are a lot of new style things which look really fancy, but maybe they are not as comfortable, maybe not as powerful. So I thought, yeah, I mean, this is something which we are used to use, and usually it's very well balanced and it makes sense, and there's not so much innovation needed to construct something like that compared to a new style device. So I went with this thing here, and it makes a good impression. It looks really tough, solid. Yeah, the battery is not the heaviest thing, but it says 2600 milliamps. Yeah, it's surprisingly light. 2600 milliamps in such a light thing. Yeah, that's crazy. But I'm not planning to inflate 20 truck tires or so at the same time. So usually it's just for a couple of bikes or a couple of tires to top off from a car. So it doesn't need to be really super large or have like a high power amount. So here we get the charge. I mean, that's the car charger here, and it looks like we can only charge this at the car. Yeah, I didn't know that. I was expecting that we can also charge this at 110 volts. Maybe I just didn't check the listing correctly, so we have to charge this in a car. Yeah, okay, but it should be possible to do. I mean, it's just not as comfortable. We cannot do it at home unless you have another charging station which has this 12 volts. So we have a couple of adapters here. That's probably normal adapter for the car. Let's find out. I will definitely show you how these things works. Here, another one here. Yeah, we'll have to find out the difference, which one works for cars, which for bikes. This thing here, that looks like USB. Yeah, can we charge it with USB? Let's find out. And we have also some tips here, a lot of tips. So that's a good thing. So there's plenty of them. This thing here for like soccer balls or basketball balls or whatever. So there are plenty of things, probably nothing lacking here from adapter side. So looks really good. So we have everything here. So I'm trying to charge it first. So okay, let's make another attempt to secure the battery here. It's really tough here. I mean, it goes all the way till here, but then after that there's still a gap, and I'm pretty sure that's not everything here, so we probably have to push hard. On the other side we see already the light. I really don't get the point here. I mean, it's not it's not secured. This is not secured like this. So okay, it was not a really big deal, but you really have to close the gap here. Yeah, behind the camera it was not possible, but without the camera it was not a big deal to push it really hard inside. And now we have it. We have even the light. We have the things where we can set the desired pressure, those things like down and up like normal. Probably change the unit between PSI bar, kPa and kilogram per square centimeter. So I'm going with the PSI, which is pretty much standard, I think. Yeah, 35. Usually that's what I'm using for my car. So you can see everything good. We see the battery here, and the good thing is we can really charge it here directly from USB. Yeah, almost looks like it's not charging. It's probably already full. And we see this, I'm using the power bank here. We see a blue light. I have to check what blue means. The instructions say when the LED light on the charger changes from red to blue, the battery is charging. So we have blue, and it actually says charging, but we don't see anything here. I mean, I would expect that we have something like a charge indicator, but I'll leave it like this for the moment so you will know how to deal with this situation. Maybe it's just a little bit a bad translation. I mean, it would make sense to be on red while charging and then blue or green when it's finished charging, but I'll let it like this for a while. Yeah, maybe I just attached it in the wrong order. Maybe when you attach it first here and then in the charger or power bank, then it still has blue because of the 5 volts which it has here. Then it's going to show blue. It's a little bit weird. So the best thing is put it in the wall charger or in the power bank first, and only after that put it into the wireless air compressor, and so then it will charge. It is a little bit strange, but I have seen similar things. Doesn't really surprise me with cheap things. I mean, cheap, yeah, it's more or less cheap. I mean, it's not a $300 thing. It looks good at the moment, but I'm not expecting to be perfect. I just hope it will last for a couple of years and will save me some manual work. So I'm back here for my final resume of this ICARMAINT wireless portable air compressor after filling up all the 4 tires of my car, because the car was showing low pressure and now it's not showing anymore, so it looks like it has been doing a good job. So let's go to the good things and the bad things. Yeah, one of the bad things I noticed again, that it's really tough to push this thing in, and a lot of people will probably struggle with this thing. So when you have it like this, you think, okay, it's working, you see the light, you can press for a moment, you see the display, everything, and then you start, maybe you move just a little bit the thing around, and then it loses the contact. Actually, you will have to really press very hard that it really snaps in. I mean, you will probably get used to that, but it's a little bit annoying at the moment. But yeah, again, it still works. Then one thing here with the display, I mean, at the moment it looks good. I mean, it's really bright here inside and you see the display very well. It looks like, or it seems to be very good, but outside in the sun, it's almost impossible to see the thing. The background illumination is so poor, it's almost impossible to see anything. When you move to the other side, like when there is some sun on the one side of the car and you move to the other side, you will notice that it's nicely visible. But when you go to the other side where the sun is, it's really hard to see anything. Of course, you can go into the shade, and before you start filling up, you can adjust the pressure according to what you have to do. Yeah, it's for every car. As a tip, if you don't know, it's there where you open the door, where the lock is a little bit inside. You will see how much pressure you need for your car. You can adjust it as long as you are in the shade and you don't have to do anything. Check the power, how much you have. And so you don't have to worry about the display. You can go back into the sun and just attach this thing here and start pushing, and it will just fill up until it reaches the pressure which you set here, and then it will stop. So the good thing. Another bad thing, really bad, is this thing here, this construction. It's really almost impossible to do. I mean, yeah, you can do that, but you can see how difficult this is to attach. It's absolutely insane. I don't know why they decided to do that. I mean, I think this is not needed, or they could have pulled the thing a little bit more to the outside, but this construction here is really difficult. Also to release it at the end, it's almost impossible to release. And by the way, when you have been filling up a couple of tires, this thing here gets extremely hot. So sometimes there are inflators around where you don't have to detach this thing here, this hose, and then you just put it back in the box, and you will never notice that this part here gets extremely hot. Because I had a model where I never had to do that, so I was not aware of that. I had it like this. I mean, it was really attached, and I was finished with the job, and I tried to remove, and I really got heavily, I mean, burned. I mean, not heavily, but I had to do something, really hold it under cold water, and there was a lot of pain. I mean, I didn't get a blister, but it was really hot. Yeah, so overall it worked with some limitations. I haven't tried this charger here. I've only been using the USB charger, and with this thing here it works pretty well, no problem with that. And also this thing here, I think that works pretty good for the car. I mean, I have seen easier things. It's a little bit hard to push. Maybe over time it will get a little bit smoother, but for the first couple of times it has been really strong. But at least there was no air leaking. Also here no air leaking, so it's pretty good. What I've been trying as well was to inflate like a mountain bike, and you need some kind of adapter. I've been using this one here. So usually this thing is meant to be an adapter which should work for mountain bikes, and you have to release the valve and then you screw it on top, and then you can use the normal nozzle here like this one. It's supposed to work, it never works. So I don't know where the problem is. Is it this thing here, or is it the adapter, or where's the problem, or is my bike? I've really no clue. I'm a little bit lost. I've been ordering now a new set, like similar to this one, but maybe something which fit better. I mean, it's supposed to work. Everything else has been working. Yeah, also like inflating sports balls and those things. So it looks like for everything it's actually working for my bike. I think it's just a problem maybe with the adapter here or with my bike or so. It's really hard to tell. If I find out, I will let you know down in the feedback area. But for me, I'm definitely going to keep this thing. It's much better than what I had before. I mean, before I had this thing which had to be attached all the time to the car battery. I had to keep my car running all the time to prevent draining of the battery, and the length of this cable was really limited and was sometimes a little bit of a problem to reach the tires in the back. So definitely not a problem with this battery operated thing here. And yeah, what's also a good thing, that it never got hot. I mean, I've been doing all the 4 tires in once. I mean, one after each other, no breaks, no nothing, and I had to fill up a lot. And I have always been checking if there's some heat spot or so. I mean, the warmest spot was around here. But apart from that, nothing really hot. I mean, not even this one got hot. It got just a little bit warm after some time. I never had the impression that I had to do a break with my old one. I had to make a bigger break after each tire. So I think it has either good ventilation or good insulation or whatever. So I think it's not a bad device. There are a couple of small things which could be better, but overall this is somehow a buy, especially I think when you can get it on a lower price, and when you think about all the accessories which you get. We get also this one which you could use for your car tires. So I'm pretty happy with that, I think. Yeah, but the good thing also, what I have noticed, yes, some of these manufacturers of car tire inflators, they make special constructions, not like this thing here. I mean, this looks like a drill. Probably it came from a drill and they changed the thing here. I think it's a good thing, so you have a safe stand. With some of the other manufacturers, you don't have such a really safe stand, so it's important, I think, to have a safe stand. You can just put it down while you're charging it, and then you can even use a small cable or small hose like this one here to even reach the valves when it sits on top. So this was something I really appreciate. Maybe you cannot use then the short one. You will have to hold the thing the whole time in your hand. But with the long hose, you can just put it on the ground and let it run, and you don't have to worry how long it takes. It doesn't tire your arms or so. So overall, again, I would say, yeah, maybe a 7 or 8 out of 10, and the recommendation from my side, and we'll put down the link to the Amazon listing down into the description, so you can check it out, order it right from there if you like it. And I hope I've been able to help you a little bit with this video. If you have any questions or comments, just write to the comment section below, and I'm always happy to talk about these things. And if you like the video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe my channel. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.